Juan Wagner Court here at the Clarence Turner Gymnasium, home of your Camden Panthers, who today are hosting Paul VI High School. At this time, would you please rise for the national anthem.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Juan Wagner Court at Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Mike Gill and Coffee Jones set to bring you a great South Jersey matchup between the Camden Panthers, 9-2, and Paul VI Eagles. They are 8-2, and this might be Camden's toughest test locally to date, Coffee.
They're ranked the #1 team in South Jersey, but I think the bad news for Paul VI, this team is going to feel a little disrespected. Obviously, they've lost their #1 ranking nationally, according to MaxBrook. They're down to 11. They're out of the top 10, and some rankings have them second in the state behind Roselle Catholic, who they beat right here on this floor. This is a nasty, hungry team. You'll see that full court pressure. This defense is hellacious.
Well, they're going to face Paul VI, who's got Chase Murray, a transfer from Timber Creek. He's averaging 21.5 since he's come back to the team in 2 games.
Tall, athletic kid, can put the ball in the cup. We're going to see which one of these defenders from Camden is going to take on that role, because that full court pressure, if you let Murray get open, you said it, 20 points a game, he can fill it up.
All right, Paul VI and Camden. We'll take a look at the starting lineups right now here on BFA Sports. And, of course, Coffee, let's take a look at Camden.
Camden, Sion Medley, the steady point guard, is going to control this team. He's the reason why they go offensively. Aaron Bradshaw, the big fella defensively, blocking shots. Perkins, and, of course, the All-American DJ Wagner.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll get you the lineups for Paul VI when we come back right here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back. About to start things off here, Camden, Paul VI, Juan Wagner Court, Clarence Turner Gymnasium, the Panthers and the Eagles. And we gave you the 5 on the floor for Camden. The Eagles will go with Murray, Hidalgo, Arline, Joe Samuel, and Rivera. They're dressed in blue, Camden in their home whites, as we are about to run here in Camden. Here we go, the Panthers and the Eagles. And Juan Wagner, dressed in white, will cross the timeline, moving right to left, as a 2-3 zone look for Paul VI to start things off here.
Seemingly unexpected. They start off with DJ Wagner controlling the ball, trying to set up an offense. But when they see the zone, good job getting the ball into the middle of the court.
Bradshaw shot up. He gets blocked from behind, gets an offensive board and a steal. And Paul VI looking for that first bucket of the game. Little 3 ball to get things going, and the rebound is corralled by Bradshaw. Bradshaw starting the break, and there's another steal.
2 turnovers by Camden already in these first 2 possessions.
Deep in the corner, our line, and the ball is taken away, and it's going to be a coast-to-coast layup, and the Panthers start things off with a bucket as Medley has our first deuce of the game.
And a good job by Sion Medley getting in the passing lanes. I think he's going to be our player of the game today because he's been the steady bell cow. Hasn't had the hype of the point averages of a DJ Wagner and Bradshaw, but Sion Medley is undoubtedly the leader of this team as the point guard position.
Long three off the mark. Here come the Panthers out in transition, and a little reverse lay-in for a deuce by Perkins. Elijah Perkins gives Camden a 4-0 lead. A little pressure here from the Panthers. Let's see how the Eagles handle it. And a little backcourt. Caught it on one side of the line, ended up on the other. So a forced turnover there from that Panther pressure.
Yeah, good job by Coach Brunson. He didn't even wait till the second quarter like he did last game against Cherokee. He realized Paul Six is a much better opponent. They came out full court press to start the game. They've already forced 2 turnovers.
Medley takes the inbound pass, gets it off on the right wing. Up to Wagner between the circles. Wagner, of course, makes this engine roll. Medley on the left wing. Extended zone, uses a screen. Medley then dishes out, gets a foul called as they'll get Jaden Arline. He is a senior, one of their top scorers, averaging 15 in a game for Paul VI, who have a variety of scores. They're led by Emmanuel Joe Samuel, a freshman, who scores 14.5 per game for Paul VI. Bradshaw hands off, top of the key, over to Wagner. Wagner to Medley. Medley backs up, uses a screen to the elbow area, down to Bradshaw, but he took steps first, and a turnover.
Uncharacteristic of Sion Medley, 3rd turnover already.
So a quick change for Camden as Medley's going to take a seat.
Amir Amin, number 11, in the game at the point guard position now with Medley out.
Down on the break, and a quick little layup on the answer there. So Arline gets a bucket, and the Eagles are on the board. There's a trap, and the Eagles trying to get a turnover from Wagner, but a foul called way out. Bob Jacobs, Greg Ackles, and Rob Ricari officiating this game. Couple of calls already. Some more changes for Camden. They get one to Bradshaw, and a turnaround quick jumper for Aaron Bradshaw in the middle of the paint. And we got a tie up right in front of us here as the foul is going to be called on Elijah Perkins.
Good job by Bradshaw catching the ball in the middle of that zone defense. Soft touch by the 7-footer. You're not going to find that from too many different guys. I mean, he doesn't have the frame yet, but the touch and the length and athletic ability reminds me of a Joel Embiid.
Some quick changes for the Panthers early on here. 3 ball up, and that one's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound on the outlet. Here comes Medley. Medley 1-on-3, taking on all comers, and it's stolen away. Here comes Paul VI. Little pull-up jumper from the elbow, and a bucket is good there for Emmanuel Joe Samuel, the freshman. He's one to keep an eye on here in South Jersey. He leads the Eagles in scoring at almost 15 per game. 3 ball up in the deep corner. That rattles out no good. Samuel with the board. Outlet pass nearly stolen away. Medley gets it, and it's stripped away by Joe Samuel. Outlet pass. 3 ball is up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds nearly and taken up here by the Panthers. Coming up the near sideline, crosses to the middle of the court. Over to Wagner. Wagner goes baseline. To the top of the key to Medley. Medley loses the handle. A steal by Rivera. Rivera taking it coast to coast. His shot is blocked off the backboard by Bradshaw, but he was fouled first in transition, and he will get to the line as Wagner is called for the foul and some sloppy play. You'll see the turnover here. Rivera trying to go one-on-one, but man, Bradshaw hustling back and slaps it off the backboard. But Rivera gets to the line. He's averaging just under 11 points a game for the Eagles. His first free throw is good. 6-5 in the early going. More changes for Camden. As we told you, Pritchett caught into the game early here.
Just talking to Coach Devlin from Paul Six before the game. He said they have to figure out a way to close out quarters and close out the game, but more importantly, rebound and play aggressive. They're a young team, but they have to be aggressive against this full court pressure of Camden.
Wagner dribbles it off of his foot, and it's a turnover. Here comes Joe Samuel. Leaves it down low, and a layup and a foul. Chase Murray, the bucket, and he'll get to the line. And Murray's a big part of this Eagles team. He's played 2 games. He's averaging over 20 with moves like that. Good square into the shoulders and a layup, and he gets to the free throw line. 4:10 to play here, first quarter. And the Eagles lead the Panthers 7-6. Here's Chase Murray, a transfer from Timber Creek. And the free throw is pure. He's got the 3-point play and a 2-point lead for Camden. For Paul VI.
They're taking a page out of the Camden playbook. They played their zone. Now they're coming up with a little full-court press. I seen them trap DJ Wagner in the corner earlier, or on the wing, excuse me.
Working against this zone. Inside out. Now they get it over to Medley. Pritchett over to Wagner. Wagner the 3, that's off the money. And the rebound is fought for and a foul on the floor. The rebound came down to Rashir Fleming, who's into the game. Fleming, a senior. Very few seniors on this team, a very junior-laden Camden team. And it looks like the Panthers are going to take a quick timeout. 8-6 our score. Paul VI leads Camden here on BFA Sports. And, man, what are you thinking about the pace of this game early?
Right now, it favors Paul VI. 7 turnovers by the Camden Panthers. Really uncharacteristic. They're the team that forces turnovers, and they're giving the ball away, which is why they're trailing by 2 points here early.
8-6, Camden. A little sloppy play early. A couple turnovers, as Coffey mentioned here. And you got to be impressed. Paul VI has the size. I mean, a lot of times Camden walks into the gym, they're just flat out bigger, but some good size by Paul VI.
And they're a young team, so you're going to have to see them in the next couple of seasons in South Jersey and in the entire state be a force to be reckoned with.
Right, 2 freshmen started the game today for Paul VI. Down low off the inbound, stripped away, and the ball comes out to Camden into the corner. 3 ball is up, off iron, no good. Rebound tipped out, and it gets back to Camden. Rebound into the corner, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers as Perkins tried to run it down for Camden. And another player or 2 jumping off the best. Here comes Bradshaw and Dashir Haskins back into the game. So Bradshaw stays out. Haskins returns. Nope, Bradshaw's back in. So they're going back to some size. They inbound the ball. 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Wagner off the inbound, uses the screen from Haskins. Dribble drive, the left-hand layup too strong. Bradshaw with the putback, no good. And the rebound comes back out to Pritchett. Over to Wagner, left of the lane, into the corner, left-hand 3. In and out, no good. Nearly goes all the way down. The rebound, the putback, and the foul as Cornelius Robinson doing the dirty work. And he'll get to the line for his efforts.
And this is what Camden does so well. Get on the glass. They can put shots up, and you see the big fella going up.
First free throw is good for Cornelius Robinson. He's a junior, averaging about 8 points, just over 8 points again. Here comes Bradshaw. Bradshaw in, Fleming out for the Panthers. They trail by 1. Here Robinson can tie things up. And he does. So 2 free throws for Cornelius Robinson. We're tied up here at 8. 2:41 left to play. Steal. Wagner into the passing lane, tips it and then runs it down. Crosses the timeline off the steal. Wagner taking matters into his own hand, gets all the way to the bucket, and he's fouled on the floor. One day, that extracurricular might count for him.
But you see that slicing ability. He's able to play with that long wingspan and get skinny. It reminds me of a Kevin Durant where he can kind of shrink down, get in the gaps and creases, and get to the cup.
Wagner will be the trigger man. Over to Robinson off the inbound. He's down on the block. Pritchett's 3 is blocked at the top of the key. Outlet, and the layup is too strong, but rebound brought down by Arline, and he is fouled. And Paul VI is matching the energy.
Yeah, they are. Just a quick hesitation at the top of the key by Quamir Amin. He gets the shot blocked, and you get the run out. 2 free throws for Jaden Arline.
Yeah, Jaden Arline at the free throw line. He's been very active in the passing lane. And he gets to the free throw stripe. His first one is good. And Arline has 3 to start things off here. He's a senior. He's got 4 to lead the Eagles. They lead 10-8. 2:23 left to play here in the first. Well, half court pressure. Panthers feed it into the corner for Wagner. Wagner left of the lane all the way into the bucket, and he took step. That extra step got him.
Yeah. 8th turnover of the first quarter for Camden, really uncharacteristic, and I know Coach Brunson is not happy about it.
Here's the press. See how Paul VI handles it. Little ball fake. Stolen away. Trying to get it across the timeline. And we got a timeout taken. So Tony Devlin is going to take a timeout. A quick 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. And that pressure bothered Paul VI.
It really did. When the ball got reversed to the top, I patted Alimi. He's got to make a quick decision. Just reverse it back to your guard and let him move the ball up the court. He hesitated, almost gave up the turnover.
Yeah, they really trapped hard there. He tried to dribble his way through it. The ball got tipped up, and a good timeout there by Tony Devlin. So both teams have already hit their 30-second timeouts early here because of a little bit of pressure. 10-8's our score here at the DeJuan Wagner Court at Clarence Turner Gymnasium on the campus of Camden High. Inbound pass, little pressure from the Panthers. Crosses up to the timeline over to the left side. Between the legs and trying to get fancy, but a foul called way out on the perimeter.
I thought he got bailed out there because he had lost the ball in that quick crossover. See here, he goes to crossover, and they're just fighting for a loose ball.
Paul VI, 8-2, entering today. Camden 9-2, so 2 of the top 20 teams in South Jersey facing off here on a Saturday afternoon on BFA Sports. All the way to the 10, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and that is Emmanuel Joe Samuel trying to create a little offense. Well, he's a freshman stepping into Camden Gym. Not very wide-eyed. He's ready to go.
He's been through this before.
Top of the key, 3-ball up, off the mark, no good. Rebound taken down by Camden. Outlet pass to Wagner. Wagner up the near sideline. Pulls it back up with a minute 38 ticking on the clock. Wagner tries to dribbles between 2 defenders. Here comes Rivera all the way coast to coast. He gets the layup. It's too strong.
Good hustle by Quamine.
Taken down.
Quamine, great hustle by getting back, forcing the Euro step. Would have been a breakaway layup. And that effort took away 2 points off the board after the 9th turnover for the Camden High Panthers.
Yeah, that's a bucket. If you want to win this game, Rivera has to get that to go.
There it is,
inside
knockdown.
out. Wagner 3-ball. Bang.
That's too easy.
Wagner gets his first points of the day for the junior. 3-ball, and it gives Camden their first lead, 11-10. They break the press. Oh, and an unforced error. Just went right through the hands. Wagner, layup is good.
Here we go.
And Wagner has the last 5. He gives them a 3-point lead, and now they turn up the pressure, and it's intercepted by Robinson. Wagner, left hand. Wagner,
it's a bucket.
in the bucket.
7 straight.
DJ Wagner.
That's what makes him special.
Near steal. Active hands on the far sideline and a foul.
That's what makes DJ Wagner the #1 player in the class. You get the turnover. You see here, fighting for the ball. That ball goes off. That's a tough call to make, ref. 7-0 run by the All-American Gatorade Player of the Year, DJ Wagner.
Rick Brunson not happy about something, but he's got his team playing at another level. 14 left in this first quarter. 15-10. We got a whistle off the ball.
He got Cornelius Robinson. He came through and was fighting through a down screen. Just kind of gave him a little bit of a hello. The referees are calling it tight right now.
The 7th foul on Camden, so it will put Paul VI in a 1-and-1 situation. Especially way off the ball like that. You're giving free points here. Stepping to the line for the Eagles of Paul VI is Logan Clark, a senior. Clark averages 9 a game for the boys in blue. Clark's first free throw attempt is good, makes it a 4-point game. Paul VI lost on Tuesday night to Woodrow Wilson, 59-58. Free throw, no good. Rebound, ripped down by Robinson. One last shot here. Here comes Wagner, crosses the timeline on the right side. Left hand, into the corner. 3-ball is up. Robinson, the putback is no good, and Rivera gets the rebound, and that's how we end a quick-moving first quarter of play here at DeJuan Wagner Court at Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Camden 15, Paul VI 11 on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
And we're back here on BFA Sports. Mike Gill, Coffee Jones on your Saturday afternoon. 15-11, Camden leads Paul VI. Story of the first quarter, Coffee was?
The turnovers by Camden has made this a ball game, but you see, Coach talked about it. Coach Devlin told me before the game, Coffee, we have to figure out a way at Paul VI to close out quarters and close out this game. And to finish out that quarter, DJ Wagner goes on a 7-0 run by himself. The All-American shows up and gives the Panthers the lead going into the second.
So a tight game, good pace for both teams here, a little sloppy. And Paul VI is saying, hey, we're here for the challenge. Let's see if they can maintain this energy here in quarter number 2. Into the game for Paul VI is Chance Kershaw, a junior. He's going to inbound the basketball left of our table at our broadcast site at DeJuan Wagner Court. Emmanuel Joe Samuel getting pressured by Robinson.
Talk about him being a freshman. They got him running the point right there. He came in, inbound the ball to him to start this offensive set.
And they are finding out what flavor of bubblegum is being chewed right now. The defense is turned up.
7 turnover for Paul VI. Great defense and sliding the feet by Sion Medley. Point guard for the Camden High Panthers.
Paul VI now going to show a little pressure of their own.
There it is. Just reverse the basketball against this 1-2-2 press. Make it very simple.
4-point game, early stages of this second quarter. Medley, they get it deep into the paint, too deep, and the layup is short. Ripped down by Paul VI. Here comes Rivera. Joe crosses the timeline. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. It's a nice shot for a young kid right there, if that goes.
I think he knows exactly who he's going against. He wasn't being scared, taking up the challenge. Number 1 player in the country. I'm going to go right at him and try to pull up on him.
Wagner.
Good pass.
Dribble drive, kick out Robinson. 3 is good for Robinson. His first triple of the game. And he gives Camden a 7-point advantage.
And to close out that first quarter, he had an offensive rebound that he hustled down to get. You love that effort. He gets rewarded there with a 3-point shot off the dime by Wagner.
Rivera gives up the dribble. Over to Arline. Jaden Arline spins. He is getting pressured heavily by Medley.
Move.
3-ball is way off the mark, and Wagner comes up with a miss. Wagner, snap pass. Bradshaw layup is good in transition. Excuse me, that was Fleming. And Rashir Fleming with the catch and the deuce. Pressure. Samuel, the layup is good, and he ends a little bit of a run there for Camden. Emmanuel Joe Samuel keeps the lead at 7. The freshman gets a hard-earned bucket.
Great catch by Fleming, and the Camden Panthers doing this with the 7-footer, Aaron Bradshaw on the bench.
Wagner catch 3, good, and that one was out without hesitation. The catch, the 3.
First player in double figures, DJ Wagner. 10 points for him so far in the first half.
Joe Samuel brings the ball across the timeline. Big defense by Robinson, excuse me. R-line, nice cut by Rivera, and the layup is good. So Cairo Rivera has 3, and he caught somebody napping.
Yeah, caught DJ Wagner napping on the back cut. He wasn't falling asleep, actually. He went to double team, and that was just a great play, flashing to the basket.
Easy foul there. Jaden Arline, just two-hand shove kind of way out on the perimeter. And Paul the 6th going to get a couple of changes here into the game. They're bringing Judah Hidalgo. He is a freshman. Going to get some minutes here. He started the game. They start 2 freshmen. He's one of them. And Hidalgo averages 9. So they have 2 freshmen who combine for almost 25 points a game for this team. 23-15. Panthers dressed in white with the ball. Nice cut. Backing his way in is Bradshaw. A bucket. The foul. He'll get to the line.
Now, you'll see on the replay, Bradshaw gets to play. But if you go back a second even before that, Sion Medley, the point guard, understands patience and timing for running this offense. He tells the big fellas to wait before they flash to the high post. Sets up the offense. You get the pass to Robinson. He gets the duck in to Bradshaw. Great offensive patience by the point guard, Sion Medley.
Bradshaw at the line, averages 8.5 a game, 5 boards to lead Camden. And that is a 3-point play. Here's Logan Clark off the made free throw. Clark to the bucket. Robinson with the block. And a foul. Looked like a clean block here, Coffee. Take a look.
He goes baseline. He comes up with the crossover. Ooh, yeah, he got hit. Good job by Adriel Fred trying to box out Aaron Bradshaw from getting over there and making it a clean block, but he's going to get 2 free throws for Clark.
Logan Clark at the free throw line is 1 of 2 today, makes that first attempt. Man, just like that, you look up, it's a 10-point game. That's how fast Camden can move. Clark's second free throw, no good. Rebound taken down by the High. Medley over to Wagner. 2-3 zone.
Look at the patience. Look at the patience setting up the offense. This is what a coach on the floor does. That's what your point guard's supposed to be.
Fred's in the game for the first time for Paul the 6th. He's anchoring the middle of that 2-3 zone, and the long 3 by Wagner is off the mark. Trying to cut this lead under double digits. Paul the 6th with the ball. Bounce pass. Clark. Here's Fred. Fred gives up the dribble quickly. Over to Hidalgo. Hidalgo, left-hand dribble. He loses off his foot, but they regain possession.
Look at the freshman say, relax, we got this.
Emmanuel Joe Samuel, as Coffey mentioned, he is a freshman, and he is poised. They're putting the pressure on him. Here's another freshman, Hidalgo, down the middle of the lane, knifing, blocked away!
That's a tech. 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 Great block. He spikes it, but watch after it. He stands over there and he looks down. You got to tech that up in high school basketball. You got to understand. Be a little bit smarter than that for the big fella. I know you're excited. You made a great play.
You don't get too many blocks like that.
He's had plenty. Don't get me wrong, Mike. He's got almost 40 blocks so far this season. They've only played 11 games.
I saw Andre Drummond get a block like that the other night in the Sixer game.
And you know what?
You know who had a block like this the other day was Osuno Sunier from Mainland playing for St. Bonaventure. He blocked one about 5 rows up into the St. Bonnie bleachers.
At the NBA level, when they're getting paid like that, you can stare down a guy.
Oh, you're right. I'm not saying he should have been staring him down, but the excitement level, I can't even imagine.
I understand it. You got to look to the crowd.
Like that.
Look to the crowd. Look to your fans and family and friends. Look to your teammates or to your own bench. You can't look down at the opposing player. They're getting on the taunting, and I do accept that call.
Through all that, Joe Samuel hit both of the technical free throws, and now they get the ball back with a chance to cut it back into this lead. They're down by 8, chance to cut it to 5 with a 3.
Yeah, they put DJ Wagner on the ball now. Joe Samuel is running the point forward right now.
Here you go,
6.
Here you go, Rook. Take on the top player in the 23 class. 3 ball up by Clark, no good. Rebound is taken down by Camden High. Wagner Back to Medley, uses the screen, right of the lane. Back out to Wagner. Wagner at the elbow, cuts down the middle of the lane. Blocked away by Fred. Rebounded, taken down by Camden, into the corner. Wagner, ball fake. Wagner all the way to the bucket. He leaves it, but there's nobody there. And the ball is taken by Hidalgo, and then he's ripped to the ground.
Paul Six is playing hard. Playing hard. Adriel Fred makes a great block coming over to help on the layup from DJ Wagner. Wagner doesn't settle for the jumper, gets to the lane like I've seen him do many a time, tries that backhand, left-hand layup, and gets blocked. And with 10 team fouls, Camden's in double bonus.
Something tells me Fred, who, by the way, is a freshman as well, is going to tell his friends 20 years from now, I blocked Wagner's shot in a game one time. They got 3 freshmen. Fred's another one. And this is the second of the 3, Hidalgo. And I say the second of the 3, I'm talking about in terms of scoring average. Joe Samuel, by the way, he is one of the most poised, composed freshmen I've ever seen. He's a freshman. They say, hey, by the way, you're going to get defended by Wagner, and you got to go defend him on the perimeter as well. Good luck.
And that's just some of the confidence that his coaching staff has in him coming in here, 9th grade. Not the same atmosphere that we see in that opener with the full public on the ESPN game of Roselle Catholic, but this is a raucous crowd. You hear the cheerleaders, you see the fans, you see the lineups. It's no easy task.
Wagner, Robinson at the top of the key. This Paul the 6 team, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with here. This is a lot of juniors for Camden. These 2 teams are going to be fun for the next year here. Wagner catches off the right side. Medley on the right side pulls it back out. Under 3 minutes to play here in the half. Medley into the painted area. Wagner, catch, shoot, 3, off the mark. Rebound, Hidalgo crosses the timeline. Up for Arlene. 3 ball is short, and the rebound comes right down to Camden. There's a foul on the backside there as the rebound came down to Fleming. It looks like they're going to get Arlene for the foul from the back, and that is going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity here. 18 fouls for Paul the 6th. (26-19) the score. 2:45 left to play in the half. This is Rasheer Fleming at the free throw line. One of the seniors on this Camden High team. Rebound ripped down by Fred. Joe Samuel uses the screen, doubled.
Good hedge by Fleming and getting back to his guy.
Right back to Rivera. Good quick snap pass. Rivera gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and it's good. Cairo Rivera's got 4 in the quarter, 5 in the game, and it's a 5-point Camden High lead.
Just good hustle getting into the gaps.
Wagner gives it back to Medley. 2:15 left to play in the half. Medley leaves to Wagner. Long 3 from Wagner, no good. Fred with the board. Fred doubled and he just kind of wings it out. Logan Clark, the recipient of the pass, and then he was knocked to the ground, and we got double bonus here, so you're going to get Logan Clark at the line for 2.
That was a smart play by Clark. He knows they're in the double bonus, and Medley reaches in. He goes and falls for it, hits the deck. He's going to get 2 free throws, chance to cut this to a 1-possession game.
Logan Clark at the line. He's made 2 of 4. And that first free throw is good. So Logan Clark, 3 off the bench. And here's Pritchett back into the game. Avion Pritchett, he's a sophomore. One of the few sophomore in that class getting varsity time. Second free throw, no good. Rebound taken down by the Eagles, though. A scrum on the floor, and we got the arrow facing Camden. So the High will get the ball back, leading by 4 with 1:55 left to play here in this first half. A lot of action back and forth, some sloppy play to be expected. Fired up on a Saturday afternoon.
Camden High JV team won a close game. Coach Gregg and his squad were in the ball game into the 4th quarter. They pulled away late. And now the varsity trying to repeat and go 2-0 here on DeJuan Wagner Court.
Camden slowing the pace of this game down. Staring down a 2-3 zone is Medley. Between the circles, 1:30 left to play in the half. Medley uses the screen, veers off of it, goes to the right lane, then a little baby jumper is good, and Medley, his second bucket of the game, he's got 4.
He's filling up the stat sheet, a couple assists, about 3 steals, 2 rebounds. Got to keep the turnovers down. Sion's got 4 turnovers in his first half.
Knifing through the lane. Fred for 3. Off back iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Robinson. Robinson in transition. Gets the ball up to Medley. Medley knifes to the middle of the court. Pritchett thought about a 3. Back to Medley. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Medley with a left-hand dribble between the legs. Between the circles, off to Wagner. Wagner back to Medley. Medley thought about a 3, and then he backs himself up. He uses a screen. Now he's going to calmly shoot the 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, ripped down by Robinson. Robinson puts it back up. No good. The rebound is up, and no good. Robinson gets another offensive board, and that one goes down. So Cornelius Robinson has 7 with the hard work.
3 offensive rebounds, and Robinson gets rewarded for his efforts.
Joe Samuel knifing down the middle of the lane, and the right hand, baby, is good.
That's grown man stuff. And I can see Quamir Amin, he got hit in the face as he got hooked a little bit as Joe Samuel went by him.
13 to play here in the half. Camden trying to get the last one. They lead by 6. Over to Wagner. Wagner with 8 to go. Off to the right side, Pritchard. Spinning in the middle of the lane. That shot is short. Robinson gets the foot back, and it gets to go. Robinson with back-to-back buckets for the Panthers, and he gives them an 8-point advantage here at half. 32-24, the score at halftime. Camden leads Paul VI on BFA Sports. We got a good one. Hang around.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
In 2010, I had noticed that there had been a lot of my friends and neighbors going into residential solar. We talked to a company that had left a brochure on our door. They're a contractor for Sunrun, called them up, and they told us all of the benefits and all the different options that we had for financing solar. I really like the fact that we can lock in our rates for 20 years. We had wanted something that was energy efficient, and this just kind of complemented that. Mainly because it's the right thing to do for the environment, but also the fringe benefit is it saves money in the long run. It leaves cash available to save for their future, for college expenses, which is also continuing to inflate and increase over time. So yeah, it definitely makes us more comfortable with raising 2 kids.
All right, welcome back here to DeJuan Wagner Court at Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Mike Gill, Coffee Jones, 32-24. We got a good one so far. What stands out? What surprises you the most?
The intensity that Paul Six is playing with. They're matching the intensity level on the Camden side. They got on the offensive glass. They forced some turnovers in that first half. Can they make some more free throws and make some open shots? I'm impressed by what they've done offensively. Putting up 24 points against this type of defense is really impressive. They got a ball game here.
Wagner, 10 points, leads the way. He had that little 7-point run there, but they've done a good job keeping him in check.
Yeah, he missed his last 3 3-point shots, but they were wide open looks. I mean, running this offense, Sion Medley's done a great job getting them into their sets, showing patience, getting into the high post, getting into the wing. Wagner starts heating up again. This could get ugly.
Manuel Joe Samuel, freshman, he's been impressive.
I really like the lefty. He's came out here. He's telling his team, calm down, relax. He sees that trap, those pressures. He just reverses the ball, plays it cool. I like what I see from the ninth grader.
Second half coming up next here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, we're back here at DeJuan Wagner Court, Clarence Turner Gymnasium, Saturday afternoon. Camden Paul the 6th, 32-24. Panthers lead the Eagles. Mike Gill, Coffee Jones set to navigate you through the second half. Paul the 6th wearing blue. They'll inbound the ball as we get ready to start live action with a good one here on this Saturday afternoon. Olympic Conference. Rivera catches over to Joe Samuel. Manuel Joe Samuel goes baseline, cut off nicely, and he took steps. Looked like his foot.
Yeah, that slid, yeah. That pivot foot slid when he went to the baseline, but you just see the confidence that they have in a guy like Joe Samuel putting the ball in his hands to initiate their offensive set. Tony Devlin and his coaching staff really impressed what they're going to see from this ninth grader.
Starters are back in for both teams here as we get ready, as we start this third quarter. Here's Medley. Medley had 4 in the first half. 2-3 zone from Paul the 6th. Goes for the alley-oop opportunity. Nice catch and regains for the layup.
And you see the pass. Sion Medley sets up that offensive set, just staying patient.
3-ball Rivera, and that goes. So Rivera, who had 5 in the first, he's now got 8. He averages 10.
And look at the aggressiveness. They're pressing. They're playing back up. They're going to trap the ball. You get it stuck on the sideline on the baseline. It's an aggressive 1-2-2 trapping defense from Paul Six.
Bounce pass into the corner for Wagner. Perkins, top of the key.
I can hear one of the coaching staff from Paul Six saying double that when DJ Wagner gets the ball in the corner. Don't be afraid to trap.
Dribble drive all the way to the bucket. Too strong. Gets the own offensive board. Passes it back out. Quick pass down to Bradshaw. And a quick little baby bucket right there for Aaron Bradshaw.
11th offensive rebound, and Bradshaw gets another bucket right at the cup.
Rivera, nice little dump down to Murray. Murray hits the deck. The shot too strong. Outlet pass by Wagner. Medley, 3 on the left wing. That
Big
goes.
Shot. Big shot. You get the closeout by Bradshaw, forcing the missed shot.
Arline gets it poked from behind. It'll stick with the Eagles. So transition bucket there. The transition 3-ball for Sion Medley. His first triple of the game. Pushes this lead to 12, 39-27. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Top of the key. Off on the right side, I should say. Arline thought about a 3, gets it over to Hidalgo.
Good D by Medley.
Hidalgo knifes to the middle of the paint. 3-ball, Murray in and out, no good. Rebound, it's taken down by Hidalgo. They get an offensive board and a second chance opportunity. Arline 3-ball, it's too strong. Rebound tipped out, taken by Hidalgo. He takes a 3, that's too strong, and the miss comes down. 3 opportunities go empty for the Eagles, and the rebound taken down by Wagner. Wagner left in the lane, pull-up jumper, and it rattles in and out, no good. Murray cleans the glass. Samuel, elbow jumper is pure.
He shoots that jumper so smooth, right hand. I can see him dribble with his left. He can use them both.
Wagner high off the glass. Striking down the middle. Here comes Joe Samuel. Dribble drive all through to, pull up jumper from the free throw line. And Emmanuel Joe Samuel. 12 points for Emmanuel Joe Samuel. Causes Rick Brunson to call timeout with 5 minutes here on the clock in the third quarter. 39-31, and Emmanuel Joe Samuel is really showing he belongs.
Hey, look, I need to find his parents. I need to see a birth certificate. There's no way that kid's in ninth grade, okay? There's no way that kid was in middle school coming out here hooping against one of the top teams in the country like this. I love what I'm seeing from the guard from Paul Six.
Well, anybody who's watching our BFA Sports broadcast, if you're a college coach, you're saying, I got to keep my eye on number 21 in blue because he's a guy that's going to be a name in South Jersey for the next 4 years.
Named nationally. I mean, just with this rate, what he's doing at this on the road against the top team in South Jersey.
39-31 after the Emmanuel Joe Samuel. He does it an old school way. Pull-up jumper, free throw, elbow.
Mid-range, fundamentals.
Well, DeMar DeRozan style.
Give credit to his family, his coaching staff. Teach them the fundamentals of the game. It's not all about ball is life and mixtape basketball.
There's the pressure to steal. He gets the steal. Quick hands. Joe Samuel, pull up. Little baby jumper is no good. And the rebound. Joe Samuel gets it between three white jerseys. And then he takes steps on the end line. Although, what are they saying here? They're saying he got pushed.
See just the patience. DJ Wagner was running up behind him, going to get the steal. He stops and pops. Medley couldn't corral the rebound, and just a hustle by Joe Samuel. Another offensive rebound, the fourth for Paul Six.
Well inbounded underneath their own basket, Rivera. Dribble drive. R-line, spin, right-hand shot is way short. Cleaned up by Robinson. Robinson outlet pass to Wagner on the far sideline. Wagner. Perkins leaves it for a stuff from Bradshaw. Aaron Bradshaw with 4. Rivera trying to answer. His 3 is long, and Wagner runs it down. Wagner sees the trail man. Back to Wagner in the corner.
Good patience, good defense right there by the cutoff.
Amin checked in. 10-point lead for Camden. Snap pass on the left wing.
Judah Hidalgo with a great closeout.
Wagner's
DJ Wagner.
3 is long. Rivera takes it. Emmanuel Joe Samuel, 3, off the mark. Ripped down there by DJ Wagner. Wagner, right down the middle of the lane. The layup is good, and he's fouled.
And one.
DJ Wagner's first points of the half.
Gets going downhill. You see him crease, spin the defender around, and then explode at the last second. Good job by Bradshaw. You cannot leave the big fella, and I can't blame Chase Murray for not leaving his side. The reach-in foul, you get the and one with the contact for the All-American.
Yeah, the big part with Wagner is he gets on the outlet, coffee, and I think he knew he was going to the basket when he was about at half court.
He makes a decision to put his head down. He's got that scorer's mentality in his blood from his father and his grandfather.
43-31 off the missed free throw. Emmanuel Joe Samuel gives up the dribble. We got a foul off the ball. They're going to get a whistle on Elijah Perkins. Perkins going to take a seat. He'll be replaced by Dashir Haskins. 4 fouls on Perkins. That's why he'll take the seat. Stewart getting manned up by Wagner here. Quick hands by Wagner as he tips it out of bounds. So Stewart's got to figure out a way to get some freedom from DJ Wagner. Stewart leaves it off, and he goes out of bounds. Just not good court awareness there.
Yeah, but great ball pressure by DJ Wagner, getting up on Joe Samuel.
See a little frustration there by Jaden R-Line. Start to look over that scoreboard saying, man, we're leaving it all out here, and we're still just not really right there yet. Robinson, ball fake. He's fouled on the floor. And the foul. That's on Emmanuel Joe Samuel, his first. 43-31. 3 minutes, just less than 3 minutes here in the third. Wagner, three, bang. And Wagner's got 5 in the quarter. They extend their lead, largest of the day. Hidalgo in the corner. Clark down to Samuel. He's tripled.
White shirts.
Wagner tripled and took the ball from him. Leaves it off for Bradshaw. Bradshaw took steps, though. He just could not control the ball. Camden's defensive intensity turned up a notch.
Yeah, 10 turnovers. They're starting to win the turnover battle. You can see this lead starting to increase. Half-court trap for Camden with Fleming at the top. You got that type of length and wingspan.
3-ball long.
There he goes. There he goes.
Bo Wagner gets another bucket.
There he goes. There's the All-American. He can fill it up. You see him, the quick 1-2, getting to the lane, elevating floater. DJ Wagner's got Camden rolling.
48-31, timeout, Paul VI here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
48-31's our score here. Camden High owning this third quarter, Coffee, as the defensive intensity a little too much right now for Paul VI, who's leaving it all out there. But right now, it's the Camden defense that's been the difference.
Yeah, they've extended the floor, putting DJ Wagner and even Fleming with that length out on the floor to guard Emmanuel Joe Samuel as he starts his offensive possessions. With that length and being able to rebound and block shots, change shots at the rim, they get out on the break. And, of course, talk about it, New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year as a sophomore, and DJ Wagner has turned up with 7 points already in the quarter.
2:09 left to play here in this third quarter, 48-31. Paul VI, they've been battling, they've been down, they cut the lead back, but this is the biggest lead that they've had to overcome on this Saturday afternoon.
See right there, he's stagnant to get into an offensive set. You got to throw the ball over the top and over this length. That ball takes a long time to get there.
Unforced, Logan Clark stepped on the end line.
11th turnover for Paul VI. They started off this first quarter winning the turnover battle, forcing 8 on the Camden side. But since then, this Panther defense has turned up.
I think Logan Clark was joining the cheerleaders there. Stepped on the end line. He wanted to get in that number. Fleming puts the ball on the floor, gets to the bucket, and a foul. Yashir Haskins just too strong. Gets between two defenders.
Gets to that left hand. You got to know your opponent. He gets to that dominant hand with that length and athletic ability. And the crazy part is, just as this lead is about to balloon up to possibly 20 points, you bring back in the big fella, Aaron Bradshaw.
Here's the other big fella, Haskins at the line. The left-hander. Too strong, but right back out to him. Nice tip out. Robinson. Bradshaw puts it on the ground. Outlet pass, tipped away. Haskins runs it down, over to Wagner. Wagner into the corner, Robinson 3, good. Cornelius Robinson, second 3. Double digits for Robinson, 53-31. Corner 3, short. Nice hustle by Clark. Knifing to the basket was Kershaw. 3 for Joe Samuel, and the rebound is taken down by Bradshaw. Outlet pass. We got a hand check out on the perimeter there. That's what happens. The lead starts to balloon. Will that intensity be there for Paul VI?
Can they find a way to get some quality shots? I haven't seen a quality shot here in this quarter.
Just 7 points in the quarter for Paul VI. Haskins spins baseline.
He hooked him.
And he got a hook.
Yeah, he hooked him. I can see that hand from here, from the angle we got. I can see that hand clearly come around.
Oddly, the man in the Camden hoodie did not agree with you. Under a minute to play, third quarter.
And using the big fella Fleming out here at the top of this 1-2-2 trapping defense has been monstrous, cleaning the glass for Bradshaw, and then you got the All-American DJ Wagner on the run.
Seems like a pretty good team. Three
Bang!
ball. And there's the lefty, Haskins. He's got 5 in the quarter. Our line, pressure, turned up a notch. And he is ripped down as he took it to the basket. But you could just see his body language. He looks exhausted.
Yeah, when you're going against this type of pressure defense, it is exhausting, and that's exactly what Coach Brunson, Dave Williams, and the rest of this staff has preached all season long.
You've seen this script a lot. Close game, and then whatever speech goes on at halftime, the intensity gets turned up.
The explosion. Sometimes it's some of the others, just the defensive intensity. This time it was the All-American DJ Wagner. 7-0 run by himself in the first half. He comes out with 7 to start this quarter out, and it blows this game open.
First one no good. Second one by our line goes down. Here comes Medley. Robinson's going to take a seat.
Robinson's had another solid game, double figures again, unheralded, doesn't get the hype and the hoopla some of the other talented players here at Camden, but a key figure nonetheless.
3 in the corner, too strong. Bradshaw with the offensive board. Medley for 3, front rim no good. Our line, outlet pass, and Emmanuel Joe Samuel is going to get the easy deuce.
Reminds me of Julius Randle, just plays below the rim, calm and collected, and he gets the bucket right before the quarter closes out.
That bucket makes it 56-34. Final quarter left to play here on BFA Sports.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
And a big third quarter has opened things up for the High. They lead 22. Big third quarter there for Camden.
And it started off, Sion Medley hit a big 3 to put them up 12, start off this double-digit run. And before you know it, DJ Wagner takes off with 7 straight.
So 56-34. It was 32-24 at half. Had a nice, close, tight game. And then Camden just turned up the intensity. I want to say it's over yet. Can Paul VI get one last run? We'll find out here in this fourth quarter on BFA Sports. Off on the right side. Dumps it down low.
Great set.
And a nice little jumper.
Set. Great set. You run offense. You run DJ Wagner up the baseline. Defender has to fly out to help on DJ. He's the best player in the country. Oh, and you get the big fella Bradshaw with the soft touch right there at the foul line. Steal and the breakaway.
Wagner accelerates and a nice steal. So Paul VI still playing hard. Has great anticipation there from Wagner as he jumps into the passing lane. Try to get the run out.
I don't have enough arms or pens or paper to keep up with the stat sheet. DJ Wagner's filling up. It's got to be his 4th steal of the game. 5 rebounds, got a couple assists to go with the 17 points. Great hustle by Logan Clark getting back and stopping that layup.
Camden inbound. Spinning towards the baseline. Tries to leave it in the middle of the paint. Good hands in there by Emmanuel Joe Samuel. Outlet pass, Logan Clark out to Hidalgo. Hidalgo goes baseline. Bounce pass, 3 ball, short.
Good job by Bradshaw closing out.
Wagner gets the board.
And even before that, Wagner closed out to a shooter as well.
Cross court to Wagner. 3, catch and shoot. Nothing but net. 61-34. Wagner volleyballs that right back to Emmanuel Joe, and a layup there. So Chase Murray, who came in averaging 21 and a half in his 2 games, he's been held in check, and Wagner responds with a triple. 6 in a row for Wagner.
And the guy's name is on the court. His jersey's going to be hanging in the rafters here in whatever college he ends up going to for however long he goes to it.
Wagner accelerates all the way to the basket. Layup is good.
Timeout. You got to get a timeout, Coach. You got to stop the bleeding, Coach Devlin.
8 for Wagner to start this 4th quarter. And all of a sudden, look it up, it's a 30-point lead. And Rivera throws it out of bounds. And Camden. And the Eagles are going to call a timeout with 6:12 left to play here in this 4th quarter, Coffee. It's a 30-second timeout. They just need to really take a look and reevaluate. Hey, we're down 30 here, guys. Calm down. You're really trying to keep running up and down with this team.
But you can see in their huddle, a lot of guys with hands on their hips. They are exhausted. This pressure defense and getting back and forth, up and down the court, trying to stay with the big fella Bradshaw. And, oh, yeah, you got this kid named DeJuan Wagner Jr. putting up 20-plus points once again. Past the 1,000-point mark earlier this week. Coach talked about it. He stopped the game on Tuesday to say DJ passed the 1,000-point mark. You see his grandfather. His name is in the rafter. Over 2,000-point Milt Wagner, highest scoring player in Jersey history. His father, DeJuan Wagner.
And don't forget today's game's powered by our guys over at RK Chevy Kia Subaru, 502 North Delsea Drive in Vineland. Visit rkautogroup.com.
Oh, a dime there from Sion Medley. Mr. Robinson's got to finish that.
Robinson, a junior. Just think about this squad with another year of work in the offseason.
These coaches are pulling their hair out. The college coaches and the high school coaches. The high school coaches locally are like, why don't these kids just leave early and go? And I'm sure the college coaches are thinking the same thing. Can we get them early, get them in our program now? Scouts are here and they're salivating.
Robinson free throw is good. 1 of 2 from the line. Emmanuel Joe Stewart, if the scouts are here, they've got to be leaving impressed with him. Rivera left of the lane, a little fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim, no good. And Robinson tipped it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. 67-36. Big day today for Wagner. Rivera inbound. Emmanuel Joe Samuel for 3. So he opens up the scoring in the 4th quarter with a triple. Wagner. Top of the key. Perkins.
Great job by Rivera. DJ Wagner gives the ball to the corner. He was wide open at the wing. Rivera stayed with the shooter. Understanding the hot hand.
Medley with a little pull-up jumper is good.
Look at the patience. Just being under control. Chris Paul, but nobody gets back.
And Fred gets his first bucket of the day. So Fred hustling back.
One more. Oh, come on. Spin the ball, Rodney Barge. There we go. Patience, under control.
Medley backs up, stared down by Rivera. Between the circles, Medley 3. Back iron, no good. Rivera gets the board, runs it down, gets it up to Hidalgo. In transition, our-line, thought about a 3, puts it on the floor, right of the lane. Spinning, fade away. Good shot
move
there by Arlene. Our line with 3 in this half, 7 in the game.
That's against a great top-notch defender, Sion Medley.
Couple more changes for Camden. Brashear Fleming back in the game. Wagner lowers the shoulder, just strong.
Look at the hustle by Fleming, gets an extra chance opportunity.
3 ball, way off the mark. Rebound, offensive board, and the little lay-in.
2 more offensive rebounds, an 8th second chance point for the
Perkins.
Panthers.
Hidalgo for 3, way off the mark. Emmanuel Joe, 3,
Pull it then.
short. Fred on the floor, outlet, here comes Camden. Numbers, Wagner leaves it. Perkins, left hand, short, rebound,
Fleming.
put back is good.
Hustling.
So
You'd love to
Fleming
see
with
it.
a deuce.
Love to see it. Fleming getting on the offensive glass. Second chance points again.
Rivera still trying to get some shots up. Paul the 6 was in this game, Coffee. It was a game at half, 32-24, 15-11 after 1, 32-24 at the half. That big third quarter, they pulled away.
They played within 4 points in the first quarter, within 4 points in the second quarter. 14-point spread in that third quarter, led by the All-American DJ Wagner, who's checking out of the game right now.
$25 for Wagner. Comes in averaging over 17 a game. And Rivera makes a pair from the line for Paul the 6th. Left of the lane, Medley, high off the glass, rebound, put back good. And Brashear Fleming working hard for the deuce. Pushes that lead back to 30.
Look at the ball pressure. You gotta love it from your point guard.
Fred in the corner, over to Rivera. Elbow, jumper.
Who else?
And Emmanuel Joe Samuel. 5 in the quarter for Samuel. Amin loses the handle, working hard. He wasn't happy that he lost the handle. He wanted that back. Paul the 6th with the turnover.
I got 19 for Emmanuel Joe Samuel, the freshman. You talked about it.
And his shot is blocked.
And a great job by Sion Medley. He won't come up in the stat sheet, but he goes to take the charge on that game.
Rivera inbounds. Almi into the game for Paul the 6th and leaving it down low for Chance Kershaw, and he's fouled.
Great cut. Great back cut.
Elementary, my dear Watson, with 2:25 left to go in this one, 75-47. And an easy backdoor cut there by Emmanuel Joe as he goes up over 20.
I just love his basketball IQ.
21 in the game for Emmanuel Joe Samuel, the freshman.
Also
Nice
love his
high off the
basketball
glass.
IQ.
Sion Medley.
He's one of the best point guards you're going to find in the state. Trying to lead his Panthers to a state championship.
Almi, too strong.
Oh,
Perkins, dribble drive through the traffic. Medley for 3, in and out, no good. Rivera crosses the timeline, trapped over to Emmanuel Joe, and he throws it away. Outlet pass, numbers. Here we go, bang! Elijah Perkins.
I talked about it. Get lifted. My cousin Will Morrison told me he's got the most bounce on the team, and nobody even contests me on that. One of the highest jumpers you'll find in the country.
Kershaw answers. his first deuce of the day. Camden calls time with 1:09 left to play. 79-51. Wholesale changes for the Panthers as Elijah Perkins puts on a show on this Saturday afternoon with a major dunk to put the exclamation point on the 10th victory for the Camden Panthers.
Get some of the underclassmen into the game for Coach Brunson. But you got to be impressed with what he did defensively, turning up the pressure. 16 offensive rebounds for Camden High, leading to 12 second chance points, and obviously led by the All-American DJ Wagner with 25 points here today.
Off the inbound, here's Amin. Foul line, front rim, down it goes. So Amin gets his first bucket of the day, 81-51.
Look at Rodney Barrs taking his chance on the freshman. Oh, get in his pockets. Ah.
And that's going to be it for Emmanuel Joe Samuel. Unofficially 21 points for the freshman, but he came to play today. And if you watch this game and took something from Paul VI, you left impressed with a young man who's going to be here for the next 3 years. Paul VI was in this game. He shot strong. Outlet. Top, ball fake.
Good patience, just understanding the situation. Oh, he got bailed out there. I thought he should kick to the corner to Jason Smith. He had a wide open corner shooter. Be a little bit patient. Don't take that extra dribble. You end up hitting the deck.
81-51. And Amin at the line. Kwamir Amin. He's a senior. Makes a pair. He's got 4 in the quarter, 83-51. Paul VI is going to fall to 8 and 3 as this 3 is off the mark. Rivera's final bucket gets him his last deuce of the day to make the score official. 83-53. Panthers improved to 10 and 2. The Eagles fall to 8 and 3. We'll recap it all here next on BFA Sports.
In 2010, I had noticed that there had been a lot of my friends and neighbors going into residential solar. We talked to a company that had left a brochure on our door. They're a contractor for Sunrun, called them up, and they told us all of the benefits and all the different options that we had for financing solar. I really like the fact that we can lock in our rates for 20 years. We had wanted something that was energy efficient, and this just kind of complemented that. Mainly because it's the right thing to do for the environment, but also the fringe benefit is it saves money in the long run. It leaves cash available to save for their future, for college expenses, which is also continuing to inflate and increase over time. So yeah, it definitely makes us more comfortable with raising 2 kids.
All right, welcome back. Camden wins it 83-53 here on BFA Sports as they improve to 10 and 2. Paul VI falls to 8 and 3 on the season. 25 for DJ Wagner to lead the way. When we come back, we'll be talking with our player of the game. You'll find out who that is with Coffee Jones up next here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Coffee Jones here for BFA Sports with our player of the game presented by RK Chevrolet. Cornelius Robinson, 13 points in the game, multiple rebounds. Just talk about the effort and intensity you guys came out with defensively tonight.
Every night we just want to come out, play hard, and play our style of basketball, which is playing hard. So, it was fun.
So when I see you, I got to say, you got to be leading the league or leading the country in shooting percentage, because every time I see you, you're hustling, you're getting offensive rebounds, doing the little things. You don't get the hoopla some of your star players get, but I know you're one of the glue guys that makes this a championship level team.
Yeah, just coming out, just doing what Coach Rick want me to do, and playing hard every night, getting rebounds and finishing around the rim.
So just talk about your coaching staff. What do they preach to you guys about defense, playing your defensive intensity for the full 4 quarters?
They preach toughness on defense and playing hard. So that's what they're preaching us in the locker room, man. We trying to come out and do it every day.
Well, congratulations again. 13 points, another game in double figures. We'll wrap things up. BFA Sports, Camden with another huge victory.
We live in a community that cares.